So which projection do you want to use? Well, let's talk about that. A 50% projection, quite frankly, would be unacceptable for an individual if you're trying to, well, let's say, determine how long they may need some kind of financial support for survival. Because if we're taking somebody who has a spinal cord injury or has a traumatic brain injury and needs lifetime care, if we only plan for 50% survival, there's a 1 out of 2 chance that there's not going to be enough funds to actually cover this person's survival. You might as well just flip a coin to determine whether or not you're going to shorten this person's life by exactly the amount of money that you set aside for the person. When I give a life expectancy projection now, I talk about the 50% projection, I talk about the error rate for it, and then I talk about the 75th% projection. The 75th% projection includes the more probable than not survival range for an individual. So it falls within what is required for testimony in a forensic venue, but it also has the lowest error rate associated with a life expectancy projection. It will only be wrong 1 in 4 times. What I mean by that is there will not be enough money to cover the survival expectancy for the individual in 1 in 4 cases. And so my practice now is to give both the 50% and 75th percentile projection with the error rates so that it is clearly understood by any fact finder what the ramifications of using either or the other actually are with regard to an individual. At that point in time, this becomes a basis for argument, I think, but I also think that this is the most rational way to try to determine an individual's life expectancy. We could, of course, pick the highest level and just say, well, the longest anybody's ever lived is 121 or 122. Why don't we pick that for life expectancy? Well, because it's not very reasonable, and the chance someone might live to that age is exceedingly small. So now we have to find a balance between what's most probable and what is least likely to be wrong, while fitting within the 50% probability range that we talk about for forensic venues.